Well, for those of you who have been following us, welcome back. For those of you just joining us, my name is Mike Santos, and we're back here in the den, as we like to call it, or as folks in the know call it. We just got back from an 8-day, 645-mile training trip out on Denali Highway, and we got back 2 days ago. We took 1 day off, and yesterday we went out for a little run, and we're going to go out for a little run here shortly. But I wanted to explain to you a couple of things that maybe will make this upcoming video a little bit more meaningful for you. There's one thing I'm a real big believer in. I don't like to let the dogs have too much time off during the training season. I don't think it's very good for them physically. So typically after these long trips, we like to go out for short runs, somewhere between an hour, hour and a half. Just smaller teams, not so much pressure to cover mileage. It's just ways to have fun with the dogs, and we come up with several ways to come up with the dogs, and that's one of the ways is sort of a game that I play with my dogs called Gee and Haw, which is a very interesting game and a very good one to play because it also is very important that the dogs listen to me when we need them to go left and right. For those of you unfamiliar with those commands, of course, G is right and left is Haw, and if you can't get those straight, you might want to write them down on your mitts. Anyway, the dogs I have here typically are very motivated by speed. They love to go fast. It is a reward for the dogs I have here, and generally, in 99% of the training that we do, we are not allowing the dogs to go nearly as fast as they'd like to. It is a big part of what we have to do in order to train them, is to go slower than they naturally want to. However, the dogs I have here particularly, it is one of their biggest rewards is speed, more so than food and so on. So we save that speed for special occasions, and today's run is going to demonstrate that really well. What we're going to do is we're going to go out here. We have several loops of trail around the property and around the kennel here, and I have no idea which direction we're going to be going in today. And you will notice I'm going to wait when we get to these intersections. You will see the dogs sort of anticipating this upcoming intersection, and I'm going to wait until they collectively decide that, hey, he's not telling us where he wants to go, and they're going to start to go in a certain direction around a particular loop, and then I'm going to shout out the opposite command. Of course, when I do that, then I will release the pressure on the brake, allowing them that burst of speed, that excitement, that fun. And you might even hear me howl with excitement, as you might even hear them bark with excitement as well, because I'm all of a sudden allowing them to go a little bit faster. So like I said, just a fun way to show you a little bit about what we do here in what many people would consider an off day. This is just one of the many games that we play with the dogs on sort of these off days, and I hope you enjoy it. So lace up your boots, let's go out for a ride. So as I mentioned, just pay attention to the dogs, and I'm going to wait until they decide. I'll try to hold the camera up as high as possible so you can see that front end. And as I said, I'm not going to give them either direction until they choose one way or the other. Gee! Yeah. Oh, I love to hear that barking after 20 miles, that's for sure. Alright, here we are. We're just traveling along, and they're wondering why I'm talking again. This is about our 9.5, 10-mile-an-hour pace, and we're coming up to one of my favorite intersections here. The trail goes in both directions, and I'm doing what I can to keep them really nice and slow, and I'm trying to drive them through the viewfinder here. Gee! Gee! Yeah! Alright, easy guys, easy, easy. Spent a lot of time telling them easy. Now we're going to be doing, that's our second time around that loop. We'll do that again here shortly. Well, here we go, our third go around this same swamp, this same turn. And I said, just kind of moving right along. This is that jogging pace that I had mentioned in my previous video. This is that 9.5, 10-mile-an-hour pace that we really like to spend most of our time traveling. Watch the dogs. Ho! Ho! Yeah! Oh boy! Coming up to another turn here. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it or not, but we'll see where they want to go. Ho! Ho! Yeah! Well, I hope that was as much fun for you as it was for all of us. And until the next time, I hope you're all having as much fun as we are. Hey, Ned, are you hungry?